Time to get food.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great day today. Well, it's morning for us anyway. Slept in a little bit because last night we were staying up late playing board games with the girls, and it was a lot of fun. But today is a new day, and I'm super excited, and I hope you are too. Because today, after all this time, we finally get to do it. Today, we're throwing down on some dim sum, and we're going to be checking out Chef 88 Elite here in Markham. Check out this awesome dim sum feast we have here. Wow, I know that's a lot to take in, but don't worry. I'm gonna go over each item in a little bit more detail. So just strap yourselves in because we're going on a dim sum adventure. So check this out. This is a Char Siu Bao, which is a steamed barbecue pork bun. And you can see just how white and fluffy the dough is. This is a really popular item, especially with my girls. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of one of my favorites too. This is hagao, and this is a shrimp dumpling. I'll crack this open so you guys can take a look at it. And inside, look at all those nice pink shrimps. Try to get most of this in one bite at least. Wow, that's quite a mouthful. If you like that shrimp taste, you can see just how packed it was with shrimp. It's got to have at least, what, 5, maybe 6 pieces of shrimp in there? Wow, that was delicious too. Next up, we have the ham sui gok. Check out how crispy this is. So at dim sum, a lot of these little dumplings and things like that, they really have that interplay between the sweet and savory taste. So this is another one of those items that's got a sweet exterior, but a savory interior with that little bit of minced meat and some, I think it's either some green onion or some chives in there. My youngest daughter, she likes to call these things dragon eggs. Claire, what do you think of the dragon egg? She gave me the thumbs up. She doesn't want to talk on camera, but she gave me the thumbs up. I would give up the thumbs up as well. Now here's a classic, Cheung fun. So these rice rolls are a pretty common and really popular item at a lot of dim sum restaurants. And they come in lots of different flavors. Sometimes you can get shrimp, you can get mushroom. We got the beef and coriander one. And it's really typical to have these with a little bit of soy sauce. We'll just get a little on there. All right, let's have a bite. One of the great things about having dim sum is you get all these little small dish items, and each item kind of has its own taste, its own texture. Some of you might be wondering what dim sum actually means. Well, if you take the literal translation word for word, the word dim refers to small, or almost like a dot. And sum refers to heart. So you could think of it literally translated as little heart. Little heart. Actually, when you think about it, that kind of makes sense. Most of these items are like these little dumplings, and they cook them in these little bamboo steamers. Yeah, I could totally see why they would call that little heart. If you think about what dim sum is and its cultural place in the Chinese community, dim sum is often a very social event. Growing up, we would always have dim sum on Sundays with the extended family. So grandma, grandpa, mom and dad, the kids, uncles, aunts, cousins, we would book out a huge table. And often we would have to wait 30, 40 minutes to get that table because the restaurants, usually on a Sunday morning, are just jam-packed with people. So check this out. This is a siu mai. And you can see just how pretty that looks with the bright orange from the fish roe and the yellow wrapper that they have. Inside, the filling is pork and shrimp. Let me see if I can, maybe I can break this one open for you guys as well. So you can see the meatiness in there. So this is one of your more heartier dim sum items. Now this is lo pa go. So how do I describe this? I guess, I mean, in English, I've seen it a lot on these menus called turnip patty. And so essentially what they do is they shred a turnip and then they mix it with flour and patty, like a pancake? I don't know. But either way, look, all I know is that I think it's delicious. It definitely has a unique flavor with that turnip. And I'm gonna also dip it in the hot sauce. So you can get this in two different varieties. Sometimes you can get it steamed, other places will do it pan fried. I like the pan fry. I find with the pan fry, it just gives that turnip a little bit of that caramelization, a little bit of that smokiness. Have I got one for you guys today? For Chinese people or those who regularly do the dim sum, this is not going to be a huge surprise. But anyways, I'll let you be the judge. Check this out. Anybody have any idea what this is? This, my friends, is chicken feet. When I was a kid, my uncle, who used to like to mess with me, told me it was E.T.'s hand. So right before I had to eat this, my uncle would tell me that the cruel North American government captured the spaceship, and when the aliens wouldn't take them to the leader, we ended up with Foong. Anyways, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a massive fan of Foong. This isn't my jam. But my wife refused to go on camera and try this for you guys. She's a bit more of a fan of this than I am. So for you guys, I'm gonna take the hit and have chicken's foot. So let me describe it. You can mostly, there's not a lot of meat in there. It's mostly just skin, a little bit of fat, some of that collagen. And then you basically just spit the bones back out. Actually, the black bean sauce, I have to admit, the black bean sauce that they have on this, it's kind of nice. And they've got like some onion in there. There's the black bean. And I like it because they hit it with quite a bit of chili. And I find like the chili, you know, just sort of helps with that. Actually, you know what? Aside from like, you know, the whole horrifying story about E.T., this actually isn't half bad. I might have to start, you know, giving this a second look. All right, last but not least is this egg tart. And growing up, this was my absolute favorite item. It was always about trying to burn through all those items as fast as I could so that I could get to this egg tart. You can see like the layers in the fluffy pastry. You see how light and flaky that is. I don't want to lose any of this. So have you had dim sum before, or is this your first time checking it out? Please let me know in the comments what you found interesting. Was it that chicken's foot? Yeah, bet you guys had a pretty good laugh watching me eat that chicken's foot. Anyways, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Chinese dim sum, and if you've had it before, if it's something that you do regularly, please share your stories with all of us so that those of us who've never tried it before can get more perspective on it. Really something that I was happy to be able to share with you guys a little bit of my culture. As much as I enjoy experiencing other foods from other cultures and with other tastes and flavors, it's nice to be able to get back to something that reminds you of your childhood. Anyways, I think that's all from me today. If you liked that video, please remember to give it the thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. If it's your first time checking out my channel and you got a little more time, why not hang around and watch a few more episodes? Anyways, that's all from me today. I look forward to seeing you guys next week when I bring you more food and more adventures when I get food.